Dealing with creditors is stressful and frustrating. Imagine a game of tug-of-war. They're pulling as hard as they can to get you to do what they want you to do. They will try to do anything to get you off balance so they can gain leverage. They call night and day, making threats and promises that they have no intention of keeping at all, to try to drag you across the line where you will pay them in front of everyone else. To win the tug-of-war, you have to use your head. You have to know when to pull and when to give a little ground. The key is to fight on your terms, not theirs. If you've received collection calls, you know what I'm talking about. Most people that receive these collection calls know they owe the money and they want to pay, but they're just not able to meet all their obligations. Collectors know that if they can make you angry, upset, or scared, they have a better chance of getting you to make a payment. Now, collectors might threaten to garnish your wages, even though they know they can't touch your wages without a court judgment. Garnishments take a long time. First, they have to sue you. Then they have to go to court and actually win a judgment. Only then can they garnish your wages. If a collector tells you that he's going to garnish your next check, he's flat out lying. The exception to this is student loans and taxes. Now, both of those can garnish your wages with just one phone call. Fear is the biggest obstacle to overcome when dealing with collectors. As a former collector myself, I know how they think and operate. A good collector knows how to get you off balance so you loosen control of the rope and send them more money. In this tug-of-war, you have to have the courage to be able to defend yourself, your family, and your money. Understand that these tactics are designed to benefit their side of the struggle, not yours. Don't let yourself become a victim. You have to have priorities for your family based on the budget and what you're able to pay. There are rules to collections. The Fair Debt Collection Practices Act is a federal law that protects you against illegal tactics. According to the law, collectors can't call you before 8 a.m. or call you after 9 p.m. your time. They can't call you at work if you've told them not to, and they can't be abusive or threatening to you. Unfortunately, some collectors routinely violate the law. Knowing your rights will help you have a strong anchor and will level the playing field when collectors call. Now let's talk some about the offensive strategies you can use. The best way to keep collectors off balance is to be proactive. Most people naturally try to avoid talking to collectors, which is the exact opposite of what you should do. You want to keep your creditors informed about what's happening with your situation. Explaining that you've had a loss of income, a loss of job, or whatever is going on. You need to contact them more than they contact you. Make it your part-time job keeping them informed. Keep your creditors up to date on your budget and your plans to at least send them some of what you owe. Even if you're not able to send them a full payment, try to pay something that fits into your budget. Keep in mind, this tactic only works with unsecured creditors, like credit cards or medical debt. This won't work on a house or a car. Those lenders generally will reject partial payments. You may need to script out what you're going to say. Creditors make people nervous, so a script to follow will make you more comfortable. This strategy will not win the battle, but in the short run, it gives you some time to regroup, get your finances back in order, and may keep you from being sued. The collections process is a game. They're trying to drag you to a point to make a payment. If you're willing to go to battle without being adversarial, you will keep creditors off balance and defend your financial life. Here are some practical steps to remember when you're dealing with collectors. Remain calm. You're communicating the facts, so stick to the facts. Resist the urge to argue or become emotional. Do not overcommit. Do not make a promise to pay that you cannot keep. Over-communicate. Set up a consistent communication process. Even if nothing has changed, stay in contact and let them know the steps you're trying to take to get back on track. Remember, you signed on the dotted line for the debt, so you have to take responsibility for it. If you have a plan and can stick to these suggestions, you'll be able to have more control over your financial future.